everybody joined in here. 1 second, please. Ba ba da ba ba ba. Let's see, we got this here. Ba da 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 da. I'm loving it. All right, there, and there, and good. All right, guys. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in here this evening. So, really excited about trying a little bit of a different take on our show here on the weekly Elliott Wave analysis, riding the waves with John and Paul. And this week, Paul, who's joining us, Paul from Colorado. Paul, are you out there?
Hey, I am. Hi, hey, John. How's it going, people? Got a long list here to go through tonight.
Nice. So, guys, what we did was instead of taking chart requests here in the live stream chat, what Paul did was he tweeted out a request for chart requests, and so he got a bunch of those. So what he did was he took. I think you got how many you got, Paul? Like 30.
About 28, 30, yeah.
So about 28 chart requests in his public Twitter feed. And again, guys, all the links are in the description there. If you don't follow Paul on Twitter, definitely check the link down out there. Algo382. I'm on True Bubblehead. We got a lot of great links down there. So including the links to our Discord, right? So where Paul runs the Elliott Wave channel. So if you feel like chatting with somebody about Elliott Wave throughout the day, what a great place to do it. Definitely check out those links too. But anyway, so Paul, we're trying something different this week. So what Paul did was he took these requests here and gave himself like an hour or two to go through that list and really come up with some of the best counts that he could find. And I think you guys are going to like it. So so we're going to go through that tonight. And at the end of the show on my Twitter, and I'm sure Paul will retweet it too, I'm going to post all those requests so you guys can go back to the video and check those out too afterwards. So again, we won't be doing chart requests here in the Twitter tonight and in the YouTube tonight. So but hopefully some of yours will be analyzed. And of course, if you have any Elliott Wave questions or other questions in general, feel free to about the market. Feel free to plug those in the chat window. So anyway, we're looking forward to that tonight. So we're going to analyze those requests. So good stuff. Before we get started, though, everything we are going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Have a little sip of tea while you're doing that. Awesome. Good. So first things first, we're going to take a look and see where we left off of the market. I'm going to run through the SPX. We're going to take a look at a quick wave count of the SPX. Then we'll take a look at the futures and see what we're up to or down to here this evening, what might be setting up tonight going into tomorrow. And then we'll turn it over to Paul to go through your requests that you guys put in his public Twitter. So really looking forward to that. So without further ado, let's get started. All right. So SPX, guys, wow, what a week last week, guys. We finished up 33 points on Friday. And look at this. We're over 50% of the range of the bearish engulfing candle from last month. Goodness gracious, will this market ever actually go down? Well, it went down a little bit, right? So, and then it came right back up. Pretty amazing stuff there. In fact, we're really, really close to getting back to all-time highs. So if we go to the weekly chart, again, look at this. We took out 1, 2, 3 weekly highs in 1 week. Really incredible stuff. And it was actually starting out kind of weird, like an inside week. They were kind of dropping down into these lower shadows. But guys, one of the things we talk about a lot in our group are candlesticks, right? And they can tell us so much information. They're not going to guarantee a move, but what they do tell us is, they give us something to think about. Or you can draw lines and put indicators all over it right here. But when you see a lower shadow right here, there's buying pressure. When you see a lower shadow right here, buying pressure. When you see a lot of lower shadows like that, and including here, because you got an overlap, right? There's some buyers in here in this area, right? So buyers, and eventually the sellers are going to give up, right? Because if more buyers step in, which we started to see right here. Notice how we had a higher low, and it started to get into those these other shadows, right? I mean, the bears just have to give up because they start taking out all these key levels. We took out the open, we took out the high, the close, the high, the open, everything, right? So really, really cool stuff. So it's a big week with us. Week taking out 3 weeks right there. How did the McClellan oscillator sneak back up on her? Anyway, so pretty cool move, right? So we did a few major things here on the daily chart. So one of the big things we did is we broke the macro downward trend line. Does that mean we're in a bull trend? Not yet. Even though we closed above the breakout candle, we have not closed above it with increasing volume on the SPY or S&P futures. So right now we're just kind of like stretching the trend box out. So what that means is it's trying to shift trend, and it really is because there's a big move up right here, but we're not fully in back to a macro upper trend. Now, if we do close above this with increased volume, then we'll just basically have a fresh upward trend. and until we break the all-time highs, right, do we switch the macro trend. So it was a pretty good move right there. But again, big break over the macro upper trend line. We also closed above the 50-day moving average. That's a big move. And then when we gapped over that on Friday and just kind of ground our way up, into the end of the day, into OPEX day. So that's also a big thing going into tomorrow too, by the way. Option expiration, that was Friday. So a lot of gamma coming off the board, right, which means we're going to have fresh options coming on for this week, and that could define a little bit of direction, right? We've talked about that a bunch in the past, and we're going to see how that goes here into this week, right? If we get a big gap up and a strong candle on Friday, I mean, we're probably one day away from all-time highs, right? So we'll see how that goes. But interestingly enough, our wave count is still bullish, and it was interesting because we still technically have a macro bearish count because we haven't taken out that macro upper trend line either, right? But we kind of have this one, A, B, C expanded flat potential wave 2, and then we could see a macro wave 3 down. But as much as we like to drool over the potential of the market crashing for us and doing great on puts, you can't ignore the fact that we had a 1-2, 1-2 and are working on a wave 3. And what I like about Friday is that it stretched the wave 3 move to a greater symmetry than wave 1. And what does that mean? Well, it means that it has it's now very possibly a wave 3, right? Because it's bigger than wave 1. And it's not that wave 3 has to be bigger than wave 1, it just can't be the shortest wave. But once it's bigger than wave 1, it's not the shortest wave, so then that leads us to believe that it is a wave 3. So again, we'll see how the price action is. If it's done from this move on Friday, it's kind of a little bit small compared to wave 1, but it doesn't mean it's over yet because it just kind of is what it is, right? It could pull back and keep going, or we could start a wave 4 pullback, and then we'll see if we get wave 5. Maybe we fill this gap and kind of bounce off of support, right? Prior resistance right there is support, and then kind of get going. So it's pretty interesting. The price action will be interesting this week too. We've got earnings coming up this week on some big names. We got Tesla and Netflix kind of kicking it off for some of the bigger techish type names on the Nasdaq. We got a couple other interesting ones too. So it should be a fun week. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, guys, let's take a look at the futures here and see how we're doing here tonight. So S&P futures, we're down 8 points right here. Okay, so they get a little, like we said, wave 4 could be starting. And this was actually a gigantic harmonic move right here. If you guys want to, kind of want to see what I'm talking about, right? We drew this the other day. We had one of our members thought, it did look like a bearish harmonic. He was looking at it nicely. He was looking here, 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 and here, right? It was looking for this to materialize, and it was certainly possible. That was certainly possible. But sometimes, right, it helps to have another perspective, right? And I was like, well, there's always the chance that it's actually working on this guy, right? And we certainly got that. And this is really kind of getting to the Krabby Patty or the crab pattern type look to it. Oops. The crab pattern type look to it. So you get this, and then down here, we're already above the 2.618. So this market could continue pushing for this harmonic right here all the way up to the 3.618, which is about 44.90, so about 4,500. So pretty cool stuff there. Anyway, futures here tonight. Again, we had a little harmonic into the end of the day on Friday, and now it looks like we're just kind of grinding down. I mean, it's actually kind of a bearish move right here. We had a big drop, a retrace, an H sell pattern, right, and then a break to the downside. So let's see how we hold. We got a triangle down here. Right, that's a very interesting area for support, about that 44.44. 44.50 has been epic, right? We got a little bit of kind of a pivot right here, and we'll see how this holds going into tonight. So we'll see if this bullish wave starts, if it's just a wave 4, or if we're in the macro wave 3. So pretty cool stuff. Lots of stuff to consider, but it should be a fun one going into this week. Anyway, guys, I ramble. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully, you guys found that helpful. And Paul, we're gonna get him going. Thank you guys, everybody, for posting your chart requests again in Paul's public Twitter feed. A little something, we mentioned it last week that we were gonna do it this week, and Paul went ahead and did it and got it going. And you guys did a great job posting your requests there. So it gave Paul a little bit more time to analyze a couple charts. So we're gonna go through those tonight. We're not gonna go through the ones in the YouTube live stream, but we will answer questions about the market or Elliott Wave if you've got those. So feel free to plug those in too as well. So Paul, hope you're doing well out there, and let's take a look at some chart requests.
Hey, thanks, John. How's it going, people? I tried to get as many of these as I could, but I didn't get through all of them, but I got most of them. And so I'm going to kind of jam through these. Got around 28, 30 requests here. So anyways, you can start it out with TEVA. This is a daily I have is in a 1-2-1-2. And likely going up in wave 3 for TEVA.
TEVA, that's how much is that? It's $10 right now. Interesting. Yeah, that name is used to be really wild to trade, and now it's still got a nice setup right there. Very nice.
Yeah, and this might be a wave 1, and we might be doing a little wave 2 and then wave 3.
Yeah, looks like a harmonic there too, so that could be good.
Let's see what we got. We got for NEO here.
Neo. The one name out of the three Chinese electric vehicle names that really didn't perform as well. It's still good, but not as much as XBEV. And if you guys want to know what beat XBEV, Li was good. But anyway, let's take a look at Neo here. Sorry, Paul.
Yeah, yeah, Li was good. I have Neo going up in the Wave 3. Didn't do a lot last week, like John said, but I have this as a 1-2, and I believe we're going up in an impulse for Neo.
Nice, great count on that one. Yeah, let's see if that keeps going.
Roku. A lot of people are looking at Roku. I have this finishing a Wave 2 and starting an impulse up. I have this right now in sub Wave 3. So definitely bullish on Roku.
Still bullish on Roku. I'd say that's a tough name to be bullish on, but it's been beat up so much since Kathy Wood started getting into it.
Yeah.
I mean, she just kept on loading up every dip and under the ADMA and under the 50-day every time. It's like, come on, Kathy, like buy at least something. If you just bought it the other day, you'd be up in the position. Why spend $200 million on that all the way down? But we'll see how it goes. I'm sure she'd be happy with a 5-wave up.
Yeah. Sounds good. How about BA?
Doing Boeing. Boeing almost did it, Paul. On that Wave 5 top right there. I was if we closed with a strong candle, I was like, let's go. This thing's gonna go. But it pulled right back in.
Yeah, so we had a 5-wave move for Wave 1. Then we had a down move right to the 618. I think we're gonna either bounce off the 618 or bounce out of the golden zone and start Wave 3 next week.
Okay, another try at it. That'd be good. Yeah, and earnings coming up too.
Yep, may do an earnings run. Let's see, I got Facebook in here last
Facebook, sweet. I know somebody was asking me about that earlier. OTAS.
Yeah, so Facebook had us finishing a Wave 3 and then ABC down for Wave 4. This is a pretty shallow Wave 4, but it looks like we're starting an impulse off the 618. I go to the 4-hour, you can see we tapped the 618 and then got a little move up. So possibly a bullish move for Facebook next week.
Yeah, that's of all the big Nasdaq. Can we take a look at that? Can you zoom out at that and show what you mean by a shallow Wave 4?
Yeah.
Because to me it looks like a big Wave 4, but I'm sure you're talking about a much larger time frame.
Yeah,
Okay, there it is. Got it.
Here's the 382 right here. So it was pretty much.
And where was the start of that wave?
In 382.
Where was the
Another
wave?
count I had was we were going to do a zigzag A, B, C, and lower. That was a possibility, but this can also count like an ABC right here.
Very tricky, but I tell you, this is one of all the big tech names, right? You got Microsoft is strong. Apple made a good move from your call out on the bubble report on that one. That was a great find. Tesla is basically near all-time highs. Amazon had an epic day on Friday. We did great on that one. I mean, so many opportunities long on that. Just fantastic. What else? Netflix kind of doing pretty well too, kind of bull flagging on the daily chart, right? So you've got all those names, but Facebook is the one that's down, right now. So maybe it's going to be a nice dip buy opportunity, get a little earnings run there. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, let's see if we get a little push next week. Let's see after Facebook at Path. I'm not that familiar with this, but
yeah, I was gonna say, finally found one I'm not gonna chime in on.
yeah, looks like we have an ABC down for Path, and we got a little bit of a movement up, but we're still in the downtrend. But this can be counted as 5 waves down for Wave C.
Nice.
And if I look at the 4-hour, you can see we did get a move up above the ADMA, but now we're down again. So we need some bullish price action to get an impulse up going here for Path.
Nice.
And let's see, BAC.
Bank of America, what a move from the banks last week.
Yeah, man, they took off. I have as Wave 1. Wave 2, we had a real shallow Wave 2 off the 382, but prices above the Wave 1 high, so likely we've started a Wave 3 up in BAC.
It'd be amazing to see that name actually continue to climb like that. I mean, it's such a sluggish name, but I mean, the banks, guys, as go the banks, so go the market, and like that was one of the reasons we stayed bullish all last week. And, if you didn't find anything, if you found something chopping, like AMD or something like that on Friday, but you saw Amazon moving and the banks were still strong, I mean, you just got a little bit of support behind it. Some nice tailwinds, so really, really cool stuff.
Yeah, and then here's a new name, DLO. DLO. My friend Chandler was posting this on Twitter, and I like the count. It looks like a 1-2-1-2. Wave 2 right here came down to the 786. So I'm expecting a wave 3 up here. Looks like
Nice.
we did have a wave 1, so we could get a wave 2 pull back into the 618 area, which would be a great buy for DLO.
Wow. Does let me look here. Does DLO have any options on it? No, it
I,
does. It's got monthlies, only monthlies on me. Let me look at the Novembers and see. Yeah, there's a little bit of activity on this. So it looks like we had a big spread on this one from 65 to 70. So there's a little bit of action on it on the open interest. The volume though is a little bit blah,
yeah.
but it could be interesting. Might be one to look at shares or something like that. But good find on that.
Okay. So DLO, let's see. How about docs?
Docs. A lot of folks. Wow, that one didn't play along with the market, did it?
This one kind of, we had a wave 1 up here in the A, B, and it looks like we're still going down in wave C. From an algo point of view, I would expect us to hopefully get a bounce out of the golden zone down here somewhere and then
Nice.
start wave 3 up.
Good find on that one.
And how about Apple? Bullish on Apple for sure. I really like this count.
Apple, you did, Paul, guys. Just so you know, Paul is in our Elliott Wave group. We already talked about that in the Discord, but we also do, in case you're not ready to join the Discord group, we still do a morning newsletter that you can get in for only $5 a week. It's called the Bubble Report, and Paul does 2 Elliott Wave counts in there each morning, each market morning, and he had Apple on the radar the other day, and it's still going. Just very, very nice move on that. Good job, Paul.
Yeah, thanks. I like this count here. I think we have a 1-2, and we have possibly another 1-2 coming, but I think we started an impulse up and should get a nice wave 5 here for Apple.
Nice.
Definitely bullish on Apple. How about PLTR? PLTR. I have as 1-2. I have this going up in a wave 3 for PLTR. This is my bull count for PLTR. Here's the
Okay.
invalidation low right here, but I'm expecting an impulse up for PLTR.
Let's see if it's ready to go.
Yeah. And then Mara.
Mara, how about old Bitcoin going?
Pull back in these Bitcoin miner names, but they keep going up. And Mara is still going up in a wave 1. Wave 5 went past its 618 extension.
Wasn't that in the bubble report on Friday?
Um,
We had it somewhere. It
Mara.
was either in the bubble report, it was either one of your ideas, or I had it in there for unusual call activity. But great move on that one.
Yeah, it's moving. I think I had another miner in there, BTCM or BTBT or something.
Nice.
But yeah, the Mara. Yeah, what a move for Mara. All right, let's see. How about Coin?
Oh, coin's been hot too. That thing's finally moving with the Bitcoin crowd.
Yeah,
Had a great
Bitcoin's
week last
going
week.
up almost at new highs, I believe, and it looks like Coin's really strong. Also, I have this going up in the wave 3 for Coin.
Strong, strong, strong move. Good.
Yeah, Baba. Let's see. Let me go to a bigger picture here. Let's see.
Baba. This name is so tricky because because of the China names, right? They tend to gap up or down every day. It's like, which way is Baba gonna go today?
Yeah, I think what's going on here is we've had a long wave 2. I have it counted as a WXY, but I think wave 2 is in and we're going up into wave 3. When we started this impulsive move up, we're way above the ADMA, and I think like a lot of stocks right now, I'm hoping for a little pullback to get in this one, but I think we've started wave 3 up for Baba.
Nice, nice.
And here was a crypto name. Haven't heard of this one before.
Another crypto name. Sweet.
Here we go. VET, not sure what that stands for, but I have this doing, this is a 3-day chart, a wave 1, ABC wave 2, and this looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, possibly a leading diagonal for a wave 1 for VET USD.
Oh, okay, so we got this. That's like crypto gets its own little crypto name. Cool.
Yeah, it's crypto. Let's see. And then STEM. Let's see, what do I got for STEM? This is another 3-day chart. All right, so STEM, I have 1, 2, 1, 2. Looks like we finished this ABC, and we're possibly going up into wave 3 right here.
On stem, nice. It's getting really, really tight.
Yep. And then let's see,
Kind of a new
Wish.
name, but it could be something. Yeah, Wish. That's been I've been seeing that name pop up a lot here recently.
Yeah, wish I still have going down. This is
Do you?
another day chart. It just looks like an impulsive move down. If I go to a smaller time frame, we
Oh
can
yeah,
see
it
a
looks
little,
pretty rough.
I mean, we can see a little bump, but this doesn't really look too impulsive on the upside. We're still under the cloud. Um, so waiting to see a more of an impulsive move up to get wish started.
Okay. Well, good. I'm glad you pointed this out for the folks that put those in the chart requests in your Twitter. That's great.
Yeah. Let's see. Greg. Go to a 3 day here. Same thing with Greg. I have us doing
Greg.
a wave one up, and right now we're in the golden zone, but we're still under the 8, and we're still going down. It'd be nice to see the pot stocks bounce, but they keep tricking us.
Yeah.
But I think we could get a bounce off of the channel here or out of the golden zone and start wave 3 up at some
Nice.
point.
I've got the whole sector doing with an inside week last week, I think. So we'll see which way it wants to break, if at all.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Starbucks.
Starbucks.
These are all 3 day counts. It's a little easier to do a 3 day count since I did this many, but I have us doing 1, 2, 3. I have us doing an ABC wave 4 right now. Not sure this is finished. I think we could go a little bit lower and then get a wave 5 up for Starbucks.
Nice, nice, nice.
Okay. GPS.
GPS. Yeah, some of the retail names were pretty hot last week.
Yeah. I have this wave 1 going up, and then I have us going down in an ABC. We're not even at the 50 yet, so I think wave C could go down a little more before we start going up in wave 3.
Nice, nice,
And
nice,
then
nice.
turns.
Pins.
Let's see. I do have us doing a WXY, and it looks like we're just starting to move up here. We're only at the 50. We take a quick look. If you look on the daily, it does look like we're making a move above the 80 MA, but still need more work to get more bullish confirmation there. Pins and plug. All right, so plug, I have us doing a 1, 2. I have us going up in an impulse. It looks like we're going up in wave 3 right now for plug. QDEL, let's see, QDEL. So QDEL, I have as 1, 2, 1, 2. We're getting close to the 618 here, and possibly starting a wave 3 up, targeting the 2.618 for QDEL. And then Macy's. Macy's, I have as 1, 2, 3, and then kind of triangle wave 4, and I have us going up in an impulse towards the 2.618, 1, 2, 1, 2 for Macy's. And then let's see, how about FedEx? FedEx. This was an interesting count. I have us completing a wave 1 here, doing an ABC down, and it looks like we started to get a move up, but I have a feeling we could go a little bit lower. This could just be a wave 3 and then a wave 4 and then a wave 5 down. So just want to watch the price action on this and see if we can get a wave 3 up here for
Cool.
FDX.
Yeah, hopefully it's trying to get out. Was that a bullish engulfing candle in the 3 day?
Yeah, it
Nice.
looks okay. I mean, I still have the alt down here because for a wave 2, we're still a little bit shallow. So I'll just have to watch this guy.
Nice.
FDX, and then IBC. Let's see, IBC.
IBC.
Actually, this one, I had to go to a week.
IVC. Woo.
Let's see here.
Not even sure what name this is.
Yeah, I just went to a larger count on this guy.
Yeah, that's a tricky, complex pattern. Looks like he was working on it. Maybe a bearish triangle? I can't even tell.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, you got a falling wedge right there,
yeah. It looks like
leading
we
into
had
a diagonal.
an impulsive wave one up, and then we had this ABC down. This, like you said, falling wedge. So still bearish on this until we start getting the move up here.
Nice.
And then 2 more. Let's see, NEM.
NEM, interesting. Yeah, because a lot of the some of the materials names are pretty good. Metals,
Yeah, it seems like gold's about to go up, but I have us doing a 1, 2, 3, wave 4 down to the 50, and it looks like we're starting wave 5 up for NEM.
Great find on that one. Cool.
Yeah, and then one more. Camping World. Okay, this is also weekly. I have Camping World 1, 2, 1, 2. ABC, it looks like we're still going down in wave C2, probably lower to the 618 before we start to move up for CWH Camping World.
Nice, yeah. I like how you went back into 2020 there because this one gave an epic move after the Corona crash, right? So I don't know what it was. Maybe it was like everybody's didn't want to be quarantined, so they all got RVs and campers just to get out. But
Yeah,
it was a wild move to see. It's like why is Camping World moving? But they did. So it's pretty cool stuff. Looking interesting there. But yeah, possibly working on that wave C.
yeah,
Cool.
camping.
Is that the
Yeah,
last of the requests that you got in Twitter today?
that was the last one. Yep.
Awesome, good stuff, guys. So, wow, really appreciate everybody for sending those requests to Twitter. It's a little bit easier. We're pretty good at doing stuff on the fly, but sometimes it's nice to give Paul a little bit of time to give a bigger and better analysis on it. Especially on names that we don't work on every day. So hopefully you guys like that. If you like that, then next week we'll try it again, where you guys send Paul his requests. And we'll go through those requests in the public Twitter and then post them here. So let's try to do it again. We're not taking requests tonight in the YouTube chat. We're just doing it through Paul's public Twitter, so it gives him a little more time to work on it. But if anybody's got any questions, now's the time to get one in for Elliott Wave or anything like that. But other than that, guys, Paul, great job on these requests and awesome charts going into the next week.
Hey, thanks, John. Yeah, it looks like an exciting week ahead.
I think so, yeah. And we'll have to take a look and see if we're at. I mean, we're down 9 points here on the S&P. We'll see where we end up in the morning. It could be an interesting one if we're working on that wave 4. If wave 3's got more to it, so we'll see how we go. But good stuff, guys. Again, we appreciate everybody for being here. Thanks, everybody, for the requests through the public Twitter. Again, if you guys like what you see here, definitely check out the links in the description so you can join Paul in our Discord. He runs the Elliott Wave channel. I'm there every morning on the live stream at the morning and at the close. And we do all sorts of other great educational stuff throughout the day, too, and have, share our ideas and thoughts about the market and individual names that might be moving, right? So, and setting up. So good stuff. So definitely check out that. But again, appreciate everybody for being here. We'll see y'all bright and early tomorrow on the Good Morning Market Prep video right here on YouTube. And until then, stay healthy out there and remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks again, Paul.
You're welcome. Thanks, John. Thanks, everybody.
Awesome. Great stuff.